They're absolute gents in here. I feel like I want to go drinking champagne with them today. Good morning, everyone. Sinead with Free Tours by Foot. I have been meaning to do this for a very long time now. You'll be familiar with the area from previous tours of mine, but today we're going to take a detailed look on one of the most elegant and sophisticated streets in London. Whether you would like a Michelin star restaurant, you're a fashionista who wants to shop in high-end, luxurious shops down here, if you'd like to smoke the cigars that Winston Churchill bought, if you'd like to buy the hats that the Princess of Wales wears on a regular basis, particularly to Royal Ascot, today we're going shopping in the very beautiful St. James's Street. So our first stop this morning, you guys, is the incredible JJ Fox, and we've been so excited to be able to get an exclusive look before they've opened their doors. Now let me take you in here, and you're in for a very special treat. So the staff are inside busy getting the shop ready for the morning, but they're famous cigar merchants here for over 235 years. This remarkable place. Look at what we're looking at already. Selling fine tobacco and cigar paraphernalia for 235 years. The cigar shop of choice of Winston Churchill, Sir Winston Churchill, of Oscar Wilde, and films and stars of film, stage, sport, TV, screen. This place is like stepping back in time. So let's have a quick look around. We'll let the staff get on with their work. So it's had royal warrants dating all the way back. Some of them date back to Emperor Napoleon III, but they've also got one here of King Edward VII, the son of Queen Victoria. This one was appointed by Her Majesty the Queen Mother, cigar merchant JJ Fox and Robert Lewis. However, if cigarettes and cigars are your thing, look what we have here. This is quite incredible in the UK now. You have to put up the dangers of smoking on your cigars as well. Now, beautiful flavoured ones here at the back. You have cherry and vanilla, black Irish twist, dark bird's eye shag it's called. It's just the layout of the place is absolutely magnificent. It's just old school London. It's truly like stepping back in time. Now, specialists in Havana cigars as well, and they also manage the cigar shops of, the cigar departments of Harrods and Selfridges. But you can also buy pipes, you can buy humidors, and here we have a selection of the pipes on the wall. What have we got here? Now, I want to show you the selection of cigars out the back as well, but look at these. Extravagant to say the least, but has been the popular choice of cigar smokers in London for, as I say, over 235 years. Pretty special, including a little museum to Winston Churchill that we're going to head downstairs to see very, very shortly. Now, this is the shop floor because all of these tobacco products and cigar products are on sale online, so we're going to include a link. So this is where you would browse. Now, a rather unique part of these cigar stores is they have their own smoking room, so you can head upstairs and you can actually smoke the cigars. Now, the only rule they have, obviously, is you can only smoke hand-rolled cigars that have been bought on the premises, but it's very, very popular. And I did ask them there, do they get ladies in here? And they do get ladies. So this is quite interesting. There's a rare and vintage selection just inside here. And I wanted to read you this little bit of information. The box of 1998 Joyo de Montera double Coronas signed and dedicated by Fidel Castro to Howard Bingham. And it says, in 1998, Muhammad Ali traveled with his wife Lonnie and his friend, biographer and personal photographer Howard Bingham to Havana on a humanitarian mission to bring medicine and medical supplies for the people of Cuba. During that time, Bingham also got to know Castro, who gifted him this box of Joyo double Coronas. The inscription is strong and clear for Howard, fraternally, Fidel Castro, January the 7th, 1998. Only 4 boxes of cigars signed by Castro have been offered for sale publicly in the past 30 years. Now, the gentleman inside here told me, the wonderful David, who manages the store, he told me that this box, I believe, is in the region of about £35,000. I mean, it's such special, but wait till I take you downstairs. So this is the cigar, technically the cigar store, where you can browse. All these available online as well, folks. It's such a privilege to be given exclusive access to this incredible place. Just to give you a look at what the store looks like from here. And the amazing smell in here of sweet tobacco. I mean, it's just beautiful. Fully air conditioned as well, which we need in London at the moment because of it's quite humid today. So this is a great surprise for us. Now we're going to have a look at some of the royal warrants as we're heading down the stairs. By appointment of Emperor Napoleon III, here we have His Majesty King Edward VII, the son of Queen Victoria, His Majesty King George V, and that is the grandfather of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, His Majesty King George VI. I mean, this is just truly special in here, folks. And Her Majesty the Queen Mother. But look where we're going next. This is absolutely insane. I want to take you into the Freddie Fox room, which technically is like a little dedication to Winston Churchill. And you see the chair right up there in the corner. This is where Churchill came, would have smoked cigars in that chair, and ordered his cigars from this very chair. And you can come down here and actually get a photograph in that chair. I mean, how incredible is that? Where do they let you sit on the chair of these famous people? Even in the cabinet war rooms, it's all sealed off and sealed up. But here we have another one here, the royal warrant. By appointment of the late King George VI cigar merchants. Now let's take a look around at some of the exhibits here. This is very interesting. So this chap here, Wingfield, who is said to be accredited with the founding of the Wimbledon tennis tournament, these are his orders where he frequently ordered cigars from this area. Now here is His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, another royal charter. But this is the visitor's book, and people love to sign this little ledger when they're here. I can't see of anyone very famous on there just yet, but this is the one we are concerned with. This is Winston Churchill's ledger, folks. And this is all the cigars he would have ordered over the years that he smoked here. Now, apparently he smoked here for over 60 years, I believe. Look at that incredible portrait of him. And that is him in his chair here, which is directly behind me, folks. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now, this is just the old shop front. And here we have a little dedication to Robert Lewis, the famous cigar merchant who originally opened the first store here. Look at these incredible little tobacco boxes as well. Just down the back. Just turn that a little bit around so you can see some of these. Benson & Hedges, I expect these are kind of vintage cigar humidors. Look here. Look at that little Benson & Hedges lighter there. Isn't that special? Oh my days. So the accessories for smoking cigars are all sold here as well. There's very little you can't buy with regard to these fine cigar merchants. Now, these are vintage cigars, and during the Great Exhibition of 1851, that was held in Hyde Park, and it was the brainchild of Prince Albert. This glass casket, it says, of La Habana's cigars was made for the Great Exhibition of 1851. It is reputed to be the oldest box of Havana cigars in existence. I mean, look at that. Isn't that insane? But this is the icing on the cake. Look at Winston Churchill's chair, folks, that you can take a photograph inside the chair that he has actually posed in. And this picture right here. Now this is very curious. Here as well is where Oscar Wilde used to shop for cigars. And here is some of his ledgers, ladies and gents, for the cigars he smoked. Now, I love this story. So Oscar Wilde was notorious for leaving a lot of unpaid bills all over St. James's Street, and we're going to see that later in another story as well. But over the years, his ledger was in debt, in fact. But over the years, several celebrities from all over the world have rang up to pay Oscar Wilde's debt. So it has been cleared, his bill, inside here. Now, this humidor, oh my God, how incredible, belonged to Edward VIII. It was from Fort Belvedere, from where he wrote his abdication speech. I mean, the memorabilia in here. Edward VIII was a lifelong customer. He donated the box to the museum. Edward VIII's own box. How incredible. And this is where you come to sample. Look at this incredible place. Ladies and gentlemen, how could you afford to miss a visit to this amazing place? You can actually smoke your cigars overlooking St. James's Street, right here in the middle of central London. How truly magnificent. Chaps, this is definitely going to be on your list. And there's St. James's Street with the windows open. So a unique, stunning addition to London's history. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, my lovelies. Coming up, another unique place here in London. So let's take a little look inside of the oldest hat makers in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most quaint and absolutely stunning, elegant store I have been in a very long time. And we're going to have a look around. We're going to chat to Maxwell. He's one of the managers inside, and he's just going to give us a little bit of a rundown of why Lock&Co has been the hat makers of choice of celebrities, royal families, politicians, movie stars for well over 300 years. The oldest hat shop in the world. Let's have a look inside. Now, Maxwell's inside. The gentlemen are so lovely and so helpful in here. They've been absolutely amazing. Here's Maxwell. Hi, Maxwell. How are you, lovely? There's some really bizarre hats here, which are quite incredible. But let's have a little look around here for a quick minute. So the hat boxes you'll see here hold up to 7 hats at a time, but they actually invented the bowler hat. But I'm going to get Maxwell to tell us a little bit more about that. They also did all the hats for the original, the very first Bond movies, folks. And he was telling me that recently as well. Gary Oldman was fitted for his hats for his role in Winston Churchill, which of course he won the Oscar for. That huge success, Darkest Hour. So they've worked with him, but not only have they worked with Gary Oldman as Churchill, Winston Churchill himself loved his Lock&Co hats. And in fact, I'm just going to go to Maxwell for a quick minute because he's going to tell me a little bit about the bowler hat. So you are credited with inventing the bowler hat. Is that right, yes, Maxwell?
Yes.
Can I just say before we start how handsome you look right now. Look how dapper this beautiful chap is. They're so lovely in here, guys. You have got to visit Lock&Co. Yeah, so the bowler hat began as a kind of a...
Yeah, so the bowler hat was originally a piece of protective wear.
Okay.
For the gatekeepers at Holkham House.
Oh, okay.
So Lord Cook, who was the owner, commissioned us to make a solid hat.
Okay.
For his groundsmen, and
like a sturdy, solid one, I guess.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. Trouble is, they were getting injuries from low-hanging branches. And that
of course, they were for riding horses.
So we made a solid hat for him, and he famously jumped on it in the shop.
Stop
to test it. Yeah.
And so you make hats for like several people. There's that iconic image of Churchill, of course. But several celebrities, movie stars, rock stars, film stars, royalty. They've had a royal warrant since the first royal warrant. Do we know who it was?
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but it was, we've had...
Well, here's the Prince of Wales one. We've had a few over
yeah.
the years, haven't they? Yeah. So they have the royal seal of approval, ladies and gents. Of course they do. And we know they've made them for the Prince and Princess of Wales, quite popular with Prince William here, the King, King Charles III, Queen Camilla, and we will be seeing the ladies section in just a moment. Now, there's a couple of customers down the back. So what I'm going to do upstairs, I'm just going to pop upstairs, and then I want to show you a very cool room right down here again. But let's have a look at the ladies department while the customers are there. Now, I had to film this. I had to wait to film in here, guys, because Royal Ascot was taking place and they were exceptionally busy. So we know they've made hats for Diana, Princess of Wales, and they've also made hats for her daughter-in-law, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, Her Royal Highness. But look at these incredible hats. Oh, I am in hat heaven, folks. Now, there is a certain key. Of course, they measure up your head as well, and I'll show you that in a moment, the instrument they use. I'm not very eloquent about the names of these instruments, but look at the layout. There's another one, obviously, that was used during the Bond movies. So, of course, Royal Ascot, it is compulsory, isn't it, for men and women to wear hats. And these fascinators, actually. Do you know what I read as well, actually, recently? It's fascinating. They actually fit the coronation crown, or they made the fittings for it. But the coronation crown in 1953 was fitted for Her Majesty by Lock&Co. Look at this, ladies and gents. Isn't that spectacular? They have also worked with Vivienne Westwood, and you can see that kind of Westwood-esque. I'm sure they're quite selective about the designers that they do work with. And Vivienne Westwood, of course, a great loss to the fashion world. I love these ones particularly, they're stunning. I think I'm going to have to go shopping and treat myself in here, guys. So these are the beautiful tweed caps. Give you an idea. Now I know you're going to go shopping after you see some of these elegant pieces. I mean, they're just exquisite. The work they do. It's no wonder they have maintained their reputation.
Thank you.
For well over 300 years, dating all the way back to the 17th century. The business operated, but the site that we're on, this shop has been on the site since 1759, making it the oldest retailers in the entire of London, ladies and gents. Yes. Look at that. I think I've seen that on someone before. Is that wedding apparel?
That rolls up.
Yes.
Have I seen it on a bride of some sort now? Something similar anyway. Oh my God, that's exquisite.
Rolls up, yeah.
Look at this. I mean, people are just gifted. This is the most incredible place. And you know yourselves, guys, that you follow me into many places, but I have never met people so kind and accommodating. They're absolute gents in here. I feel like I want to go drinking champagne with them today, later on. Sorry, guys. So I don't want to interfere with the customers that are in the area. So just another quick look here. Isn't this exquisite? Now, I want to show you some very cool room downstairs. Elegant they all look. Maxwell's going to show me around down here. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down. I want to show you down the end. Look at these boxes here as well, guys. They, as I said, they hold up to 7 different hats. And it's kind of like your storage department, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Your hat storage.
The whole room's our stock room.
So look at the names. We have Sinatra Black, Telstar. Charlie Chaplin, I believe, had hats made in here, didn't he?
Yeah, he was our most famous bowler wearer.
He was, of course, the bowler hat for Charlie Chaplin. And what was Winston Churchill's hat of choice?
He wore lots of different hats.
He did, didn't he?
But the main one that he wore was called a Cambridge.
A Cambridge, that's right. And wasn't it Anthony Eden wore a different one then? He was famous for the...
Anthony Eden wore the Homburg.
The Homburg,
Yeah,
that's right,
he
that's
made
right.
the Homburg popular.
It's great to have someone who knows what they're talking about, because I personally don't know the names of all of these hats, but my colleague James as well shops in here. You met James on my coronation videos, guys. So let's head down. I wanted to show you something very cool in here. These are the conforms which determine the size of the head of the client.
It's the size, but more importantly, it's actually the shape of someone's head, because so that's a Cambridge, so that's what Churchill would have worn.
That was a Cambridge, perfect.
And they're very solid. So,
they are, aren't they? Oh wow, they are.
Yeah, so no one's head is a perfect oval, so we have to make sure it fits perfectly. So,
and this is what the conform is then to determine that.
Exactly.
And these are all the high-profile people that have
these are
shopped in here.
all of our famous customers from over the years.
So let's get you a few of them. Kenneth Branagh, there's Faye Ivory, the Duke of Bedford. We have the Princess of Wales, there's Princess Diana. Now this isn't her own signature, is it? No, that's the shop's.
Sure,
yeah, okay.
No.
And we have Terence Stamp, Lord Astor of Astor fame, and William Waldorf Astor fame.
There's Charlie Chaplin up here.
Oh, Charlie's up here.
Yep.
Oh, fantastic. Charlie Chaplin's head is up there, guys.
Yeah, and then we have Jackie Onassis.
Oh my God, Jackie Onassis. Wow, David Walliams beside her. How lucky he is there to be beside her. Nicolas Cage, Lord Lucan, obviously before he disappeared.
Yeah.
A couple more, Ronnie Corbett, Gianluca Vialli, wow. See, I love the football as well. Let's have a look, Bradley Wiggins, we love Bradley Wiggins, he's great fun. He's the guy from The Chase here in the UK. Gary Kemp, folks, Ian Wright, Matt Lucas, James Spader. But I suppose the most famous one, and this is a terrific story. This is the Wall of Fame here as well. Now, look at Churchill. How much younger he is there. Look, he's such a young man. Famous again for the hat you called?
Cambridge.
The Cambridge.
Yes.
And this is Anthony Eden here. And his hat, he made more famous, Maxwell was?
The Homburg.
The Homburg. Excellent. So this is Lock&Co. Let me just show you a few of these pictures, guys. And these are the royal seals of approval, of course, the royal warrants from His Royal Highness. Which one is that there? Oh yeah, there's His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. So they've had a royal warrant. That was issued in 2016. They'll all be renewed now to all the stores, actually, with the new King Charles. But it's just a little museum in here. Look at the original Lock&Co. Isn't that incredible to think that this shop has been on that site since 1759?
Yes, in this location.
And these are anything of significance there, lovely?
Yeah, those are James Locke's glasses.
Oh, James Locke's glasses, fantastic. Right, but this is the most interesting story. So Oscar Wilde was a regular shopper here as well. And when Oscar Wilde was arrested, and he was kept in prison for, well, at the time, gross indecency acts, they'd call them, or sodomy, as it was called. He left them a bill here, and the bill, years later, when they told this story in some publication, a woman picked up on it in the United States, and she sent this letter to actually, to pay his bill. And effectively, in old money, or new money, it worked out at the equivalent of £3.30, it says there. And she sent that in to clear Oscar Wilde's very large bill, which, as we know from other stores we've had a look around, he tended to leave quite a few bills everywhere, you guys. So that is probably one of the most beautiful stores I have been in London, and you have got to give it a visit. Maxwell, thank you so much. Everybody will be delighted. They'll come in and ask for you specifically when they arrive here. But I cannot thank them enough in here. The staff are just adorable. I don't want to disturb customers. Last little look, and we'll head out the door. Lock&Co, folks. Sinead signing out with free tours by FTBFLondon right in front of the elegant Ritz Hotel on Piccadilly. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you all very soon.